Another day, another Saturday stream, and as usual, I physically don't know what I'm getting into. eh, but that's kinda just my stamp of a stream at this point. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist amateur, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So to that end, I figure today would be just a day where I could just plug at some random Christmas themed games. Just for hellsies. And because I was looking around itch.io among other places, and I found things like this. And to be blunt, I probably wouldn't be playing this normally, but this is just giving me a good opportunity to experience more games, period. So to start with, we have Hijinks, Christmas Caper. And this is apparently like a platformer. Yeah, standard collectathon-ish platformer type thing. By the look of it, certain platforms I can stand on pretty succinctly and wall jump from. Others not so much. Every single one of these games, except for Fortuna's Perfect Present, which I plan on getting to, was randomly picked. I literally just went onto itch.io, picked some random games, and decided to hope for the best. So as for the quality of the 3 entries that I picked up, I can't really say all too much about it. It could be anywhere from typical experience to what the hell am I playing? And that both excites and terrifies me. So far at least, this is pretty functional. It's a turtle! Christmas. Oh, I see. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with Christmas? It's the presents, Jinx! I mean, I met this guy up north, and he said he had to deliver all these presents, but he couldn't use his sled, so I offered to take a few of them, but it's really hard to balance a bunch of presents on your back, and then I hit some turbulence because I'm supposed to contact a ground controller anyway. And then they fell off, and I don't know what to do! You want me to help you find a bunch of presents? Yes, please. Could've just opened with that, you know? Good to know. But yeah, I took a look at this game, it looked like 5 seconds of its gameplay, and I figure, yeah, sure, I could give this a shot. It looks like a fairly tight platformer, and I'm not disappointed so far. What the heck? Wow, I didn't notice that spike there. Actually pay attention to things, me. Alright. That's a mistake. This guy you mentioned. Red coat, large waist, couldn't walk in a straight line to save his life. That's the one! So why couldn't he use a sled? Oh no, did someone attack Santa's sled? What? No, nothing like that. Then what happened? It failed its MOT! You what? Yeah, on emissions, too many hydrocarbons. How does a sled have emissions? It wasn't the sled, exact. Oh, the reindeer. That's a problem. Already liking the snark on this script, just saying. Alright, so getting all the rings is gonna be a bit of an issue. Never mind. back that quick. And there's one ring down here by the look of it. Pretty tight window, but hey, simple. And below. Oh, now we've got enemies to deal with. Well, I say enemies, but in games like this, it's more like obstacles. This looks familiar. I can't put my finger on it. Is it the ancient dealers? Oh, probably. They reuse ideas from time to time. Don't know why they'd go all the trouble just to put these things around. Don't they go on holiday? To the ancient dealers, this is a holiday. Can you imagine? To construct a series of platforming challenges, ideally with each steadily increasing difficulty from the last, just to watch over people to try and overcome them. What sort of person does that, anyway? I don't know, but I've got a hunch they're the self-deprecating type. You know? Me too. I'm fine. Just a little... Just a little shocked. That's all. Okay. Come on, me. Stop messing around. Actually do some platforming. That's what I'm talking about. Much better. That's... Come on. Almost. I gotta get all the rings again. Such again, the games I want to look at today are all fairly short. If I remember correctly, the total length of this one is like 20 levels, and that's it. Hell, I doubt y'all even bother trying to go through all 20, but hey. Nice jump, me. And there we go. Oh, we've got moving platforms now. Not too bad. Just wanted to play it safe for a little bit. Yeah. That's not playing it safe for a little bit, me. Actually do some good platforming. There we go. Two, one. Oh, come on! Thought I made that. Apparently, I was just barely off. And that one was a really bad mistake. Crap. I got the rings at least, but I still need to get through the platform. These are some very tight platforms. Again, the controls are actually pretty good, so... there's a bit of forgiveness in that. Whoa! What?! I got squishified and spike-a-foo! I didn't even know you could get squished. There we go. I think my one big problem with this jump is that it's blind. Well, half blind at least. Cause, like, I can't see above the top of the screen, and I understand that this game's main shtick is single-screen challenges so far. But even then, being unable to see past the top of the screen is a bit of an issue. I feel like there should at least be some type of... indicator, so you approximately know where you are in real space. Because otherwise, I have to do a blind jump. And that can be tricky to properly space out. The platforming allows for such tight jumps like this, but... There we go. It's really awkward. Okay, breakaway platforms. That means if I want this ring here, it's gonna need to be a one-off challenge. There we go. I don't know if I can make that. I actually don't know if I can make that. Huh. Whoop! That's a little dangerous. Come on, me. Yeah, I don't think I can make that anymore. Damn. Okay, so in that case... let's start with this one. Then go to this one. Let's try that. So now, it's going to be a fairly tight jump. Oh, good. The heck? The Ace of Mace. Okay, so by the look of it... analyze the patterns, move accordingly. There we go. Carl, what kind of flight path were you on, anyway? How did you manage to lose a present in a cave? Hey, I'd like to see you try and strap a hang glider to your shell. I don't have a shell. See? You can't do it! I like this guy's attitude. This one wasn't too bad. But I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do that in a par time of 8 seconds. Smack that quick. Whoop. There we go. 7-second part time? Cripes. You gotta be pretty quick for some of these. But then again, I am also getting... I am also getting all the rings, so likely that's the reason why part-time is gonna be not exactly the best metric for me. Jump up here. And there we go. Funky music, at least. Yeah, I was afraid we'd run into these. These orbs?
Yeah, they're the very latest in home security.
They don't look very secure to me. You just need to touch them in order, right?
Well, they're usually spaced a bit further apart than this. I got a few of them from my place a while ago. I put one in the 4th trench of Grandwell, one in the Crypt of the Frozen Star, and one guarded by the Hound of Erythros.
What? Carl, are you locked out of your house right now?
Maybe.
Yeah, none of those sounded like locations ideal for a turtle. Just a thought. Alright, let's try that again. 3 and 4. There we go. 18-second part time? Nice. Barely not enough space. Okay, noted. Okay, I gotta ask, what's with the spinning golden rings?
I'm not really sure. When I first saw them, I thought they were giant onion rings.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, my dentist is pretty good, but still.
Okay. Yeah, there are achievements in this game. I believe one of them is getting part-time on every course and such. No. No, you couldn't pay me. Actually, you could probably pay me, but not today. Not today. Maybe if there's still time left, I'll try and get some of the part-times. Probably not. Oh, a hell in a handbasket. Actually, that's not that bad. That's 3. Okay, that actually looks kind of bad. Oh, that looks really bad! Snag that. That's 3. By the look of it, I'm gonna have to use that spring. Crap. There we go. Cannons. Good to know. 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on. It's a fairly narrow window. 2, 1. 2, 1. There we go. 2, 1. That's all those. Crap. I saw that cannonball coming, and I thought I could make it, but in actuality I couldn't have. Probably should have waited. Crap. And again, probably should have waited. Good. Oh, what? Barely edged. That one I definitely cleanly hit, but the other one I barely edged. Come on, game. Okay, that's all the rings again. Oh, what? Fine. that. I've got a pattern for everything down but this last corridor for whatever reason. There we go. Little bit nutty.
Whew. Looks like that's most of them.
Just 12 at a time? You've got a busy night ahead of you, Carl.
Nah, it'll be fine. My shell provides complete immunity to logistics.
That explains a lot, actually. But why do I get a feeling that we're not done yet?
I know what you mean. Like the feeling that we're about to do the same thing over and over again, except this time it'll be harder.
I'm surely fine. Oh no. B-side stages?
Get on top of a level. Clear load bearing without breaking.
What?
Holy shite.
Okay, so clear this without breaking a single block? I think I can see a method for that. It's gonna be very finite, but if I can manage it. Crap. It's pretty much just gonna be a whole bunch of wall jumping. So jump from there, jump from there, jump Baruni, jump Spoony. Huzzah! Then next is the B-side stages. This actually looks like kind of a challenge. How exactly would I get up there? Because I can't exactly wall grip onto the ice. Figured I'd double check that just in case. Don't tell me I have to, like, use the icicle to get up there, because that's incredibly finite. Like, that's ridiculously finite timing. Any other keys I'm missing? No, I don't think I am. No, like, really? How? Because my jump is barely not enough. Oh, okay then. Okay, that's actually a pretty cool gimmick. Push the icicle over. Okay. Okay. Jump up here. There we go. By the look of it, this is gonna be a very finite jump. I think I've got it figured out, though. There we are. Pretty good. The next step. That's a thin platform. Yeah, that's some pretty specific timing. Nope. I think I get the pattern though. Like so. Oh, what? I get clotheslined. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, what? I didn't touch that. Maybe my feet nicked it. So far, these B-side challenges are more challenging. Give it credit where it's due. Still most of the same platforming though. But hey, if this game does anything good, it's platforming. And if I remember correctly, this particular project was made over the span of a year by a single person. So, pretty good. God damn it. There we go. All rings? Oh, that looks very nutty. Crap. I got too twitchy. There we go. How the heck? Okay, I guess like that, but how do I get back up? Oh. I think I understand how I'm supposed to be able to get back up. How am I able to do that? I guess I'm like supposed to wall slide off of this and then make the jump up. I think. That's a really specific jump call. Crap. Like, this is a very specific jump. Like, so specific that I'm actually glad I'm using a keyboard. Oh! No! I made that jump so perfectly! Oh, now I gotta do it again. Ugh. Alright. Try that. Nope. That is very, very tight window. I almost feel like I should be going for that ring first at this rate. Specifically because it's gonna make or break everything else. If I could survive it, I can get back onto the Springo and get the other rings. Yeah, get the... But the problem is, making that jump. Holy crap. 2, 1. I'm just too late on that. Like, this is a really, really strict jump. I'm not sure whether I like that. No, not again! I will get this. Yep. There we go. Not again! Okay. So when I do make it, just fall off. Nope. Oh, come on! Crap. There we go. There we go. At least I'm getting that jump a little more consistently. He says as he immediately bungles it. Yeah. Come on. I was the one who chose a platformer as the first game. Great. I was the one who chose a platformer. This is what I get. My karmic retribution. What the heck? Karmic retribution, you might call it. One of these days I'll get it. There we go. Careful. There we go. I know at some point I should probably just say move on, but I can do this. I've done it at least 15% of the time, I want to say.